For a time, walking was something Christian Swan could only dream about. The 46-year-old has diabetes. His ankle and foot were amputated more than 2 years ago after an infection.
I was dreaming I was walking. And if that sounds crazy, that's how it happened for me. I dreamt I was walking, and eventually I got to the stage where I started walking.
Swan learned to walk again with the help of a prosthetic leg. His amputation, likely one of the cases in a recent report. The Canadian Institute for Health Information found between 2020 and 2023, Manitoba saw more than double the national average of diabetes-associated leg amputations. It says Manitoba also saw more ankle and below amputations. Swan was on a trip when a foot wound developed. He visited hospital and was cleared to drive home. He doesn't know if it was the long drive back to Winnipeg or wait in hospital here that infection set in.
The toe started turning black, like it was crazy. It was just like you knew that something was going on, and then they broke the news to me.
You'll see that this toe is gone.
Dr. John Emble works with Winnipeg's Health Sciences Centre Limb Preservation Program. He says people with diabetes are at high risk for foot wounds and infections. He says the program sees upwards of 3,000 Manitoba patients a year. Almost all have diabetes.
And they're with us as long as it takes, and then we continue to follow people for life.
He says early detection and early intervention are key in trying to reduce the number of amputations.
If you can prevent end-stage complications, such as lack of sensation in the feet and suboptimal blood supply to the feet, you can prevent many of those complications, and you can prevent the amputations.
The hospital had done their scans.
Darlene Tunney lost toes on her right foot. Now she's learning to live with an amputation below her left knee. Complications came after she went into hospital with pneumonia last November.
My left leg was my good leg. So it was a surprise to find that it had gone black and needed amputation, because I tried to check pretty daily my feet after losing my toe.
She says losing her independence and relying on others, like home care, is difficult. She cautions people to take diabetes seriously.
You can't play around with this disease. It will kill you.
She'd like to see more places like Youville Diabetes Center where people can see a nutritionist, a counselor, or nurse all under one roof. Swan says he didn't know enough.
People have reached out to me, asked questions, and then the next thing you know, they're in the hospital and they're getting treated for a similar situation.
Now he shares his story to help others. Alana Cole, CBC News, Winnipeg.